Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Old Stream Farm, where today some changes are being made. We've got rid of a few pieces of equipment. The little sickle mower is gone, as are tether, windrower and both balers. And the final piece of equipment to go today is actually going to be the little steyr. That is being sold off because, as you saw, as you may have seen, we have a few new pieces of equipment here. Oh yes. We'll have to come up with the TS115 to grab the bale fork I bought. But we do have a New Holland, John Deere New Holland 6930, a brand new tether, a brand new windrower, and that chrome baler I was talking about in the last episode. We're going to use just the John Deere today, because there is mowing to be done. In fact, I want to bale up the straw first. Let's bale up the straw first, actually. Seeing as we've got the baler here, and as long as the grass isn't mown, it'll keep. And in any case, we're going to be turning it into hay. I'm going to do some baling with the John Deere today, and if we have time left over after that, because I do obviously have my little time limits that I have for videos. Not close enough. There we go. PTO on, because we'll be using it. Off we go. I do like having a little time limit on videos, just because I don't want these things being too long, so you guys don't get bored. Got my... should have my beacons on, let's just check, yep. Get this thing up to full speed, full 50 kilometers an hour. And we're gonna bale up field 1 here. We're going to leave that field over there, field 6, for now. Yes, thank you, indicator. You can go off now. Gotta start in a bit of an odd manner. I'm going to start with the uppy-downy bits, because then I won't be running into the bales from the headlands constantly. So, let's see. 3 headlands, I think I did. I'll eventually line up for the first pass. There we go. There's the baler ready to go. Baling, and we should be baling now. We are baling. Slowly but surely we'll be getting square bales together here. Not at the greatest of high speeds, but the important thing is the bales will be made. And we're already a quarter of the way to our first bale on this farm. Now, having the John Deere here is going to help a lot, because assuming it doesn't catch fire, and it should have a fire extinguisher somewhere, assuming it doesn't catch fire, this thing is going to be basically our powerhouse tractor. I don't know why I'm watching the fill level of the bale too much, because it's a square baler. It doesn't matter too much how much goes into the bale. There we go. We're only going to get about 3 bales off this field, I think. But that could be enough. Well, no, this won't be enough bales at all. So I am glad that I do have the secondary field in the form of field 6. Yeah, I honestly don't even know if a bale's going to drop out of the baler. That's the kind of situation we're in with this thing. There we go. I really hope that a bale drops out, but I don't know. And if a bale does drop out, I hope it's not in an awkward spot. Still 0 bales from the baler. Oh dear. Oh dear. The we're not getting much straw at all out of this field. Considering we're about halfway done, and have we even dropped a bale yet? No. Although for some reason the what on earth is going on? Baler's decided it doesn't want to turn. Please don't tell me that was it dropping a bale. Please don't tell me that behaviour is the baler dropping a bale. It wasn't. What on earth was going on then? I didn't have the pickup down. Dave, you absolute genius. Huh. It's doing it again. Whatever's going on, it's doing it again. This is some of the most bizarre behaviour I've ever seen from a bale. I think there's a bale just ready to come off at the back. It's kind of, I guess, throwing the balance of the baler out a bit. So let's see if we can take this turn this time around. When we'll have more straw through the baler, but hopefully a bale after popping out the back. Hopefully. Aha! There's a bale after popping out the back of the baler. Which means that in theory we should now be able to take this turn. Or the baler might just decide to... No, it is taking the turn now. So it must have been some weird behaviour to do with the... I don't know, the weight of the bales in the back of it? I've never seen that happen before, but then again I haven't used many square balers before. I'm much more used to the round variety. The eagle-eyed amongst you might spot that I haven't exactly done much since the end of the last video. There we go. Haven't done much since the end of the last video. Yeah, you know, I had a character. This is literally recorded the same day as the last video. The last video was recorded, edited, uploaded, rendered, everything yesterday. Which was coincidentally the day that it went up on YouTube. So today well, I guess yesterday as well, I'm now getting ahead slightly by doing both of today's videos on a Monday. And then today, hopefully, fingers crossed, assuming I behave, I will have the rest of the week's videos recorded. Hopefully, maybe, perhaps. In theory I will, at least. And possibly later this week I might... don't I say this now, or do I say it? I'll say it in a video, never mind. I'll say it in a non-roleplay video. But this baler I like. Seems to sit well with the... why am I off to the left? Seems to sit well with the deer. After that weird issue where there was a bale stuck in it. We got what, 1, 2, 3, 4... 4, maybe 5 bales? Is that a bale over there? Let's crack the drone out and see what's going on. So this baler is out of character. This is the Arm Team Crone Big Pack 12090. It's a reasonably good baler. Could be improved upon. Although Arm Team, from what I understand, are not going to be too pushed about improving their older equipment, which is a bit of a shame. Gonna be honest, I can't recommend ARM team mods if that's going to be their behavior with the converts. Is if you're a mod maker, you convert your mods up if you want to. If you want to convert a mod up, perfect. Make sure it works, please, because there've been the TS115. Pedro Chaps has had a go at it, and he's had to make some tweaks. The Merlot, the textures are disastrous. The Welger small build, the textures are disastrous. The textures need work. I mean, ARM team, they're nice models, but seriously, you guys need to really reconsider the amount of work you put into mods, because it's just cut corners everywhere, which is a shame. So let's empty out the baler here, and that's it. Flip the bale over. Get into the yard, because now we'll fold up the baler. Now it is time to do some mowing, because there is mowing to be done, and there is much mowing to be done. And I wish I remember where I put the mowers. I think I put them into a shed over here. Perhaps. There they are. I'm going to put the baler in beside them so that it kind of stands out to me. And what I'm going to do is, because the last time I mowed I showed the fields up by the farm, I'm actually going to go a bit further afield this time. And I'm going to show one of the fields that I haven't done on camera before. One of the meadows that are also, I guess, public property / property of the farm. But one that I haven't shown before. This baler is just not... I just realised I called it a 12890, it's a 12080. I do apologise to the Crone fans. Let's get this thing detached like that. What way do I need to attach these mowers? In what order? Front mower first. Got it. How close are we to it? It looks close enough. It is close enough, so let's attach the mower. And there should be something in the IC here. Lowering the front arms, probably that. Yep. Awesome. So you have to excuse the small break from roleplay and immersion there. Had to be done because I couldn't get the front linkage of the deer down otherwise. Hang on, is this... There appears to be a chair inside my chair. That's definitely different. There we go. Let's grab that. That. Roll you up, sir. And we do still have the beacons on. We do still have the beacons on. Awesome. Because we are going on a little road trip, my friends. We are indeed going on a trip of the road variety. So, I haven't decided quite what... Actually, I know what meadow I want to do. So let's head off. It's going to be this meadow right here. And it shouldn't take too long to mow. It's a nice shape of a meadow. One day I've meant to mow, went to mow a meadow. Right. Let's get in. And the reason I chose this meadow is because it's... Number one, it's relatively small. And number two... It's relatively small. So without further ado, let's get to the mowing. The reason I'm using the Deere on this is because the Deere has more horsepower than the New Holland. Which means, by extension, it can, well, get up hills easier. It's going to behave a bit better doing the mowing than the New Holland did. It's going to behave actually a bit better doing everything the New Holland did. Also, we've now got a maximum horsepower limit of 160, which means we can do a bit more with larger equipment. Although I do think this is going to be the largest we'll get on the farm. I don't see the point of going into the 200s. I think 160 horsepower is probably enough for old streams. I know some of the other guys around here will have, you know, 200, 300, sometimes even 400 or 500 horsepower tractors. Honestly, don't see the point of that. I think 160 for the size of farm we have and the amount of work we have to do, and even the biggest size of equipment I'd be willing to use, yeah, we're not really gonna need much more than this, I don't think. Unless I want to get a huge plough, which doesn't make sense, because ploughs are only ever used once a year. There we go. And even then, the big plough wouldn't make much sense at the size of fields we have. 4 or 5 furrows probably be enough. Maybe a 6 if I'm, you know, if I want to stretch it a bit, a 6 furrow. Oh, nuts! I don't see the point in going much more than a 4 furrow plough around here. This thing is still struggling for speed, which is interesting. This is about as fast as I can get it to go. Also, annoyingly, there's no digital speed readout, so I'm having to base my guesses on the... oh, missed a bit again. I'm going to be cleaning up so much of this field. On the little tachometer here, which says we're going 9 kilometers an hour, when in fact we're going 22. So the tachometer's broke. The speedo's broke. Which is nice, I guess. The rev counter just says we're at max revs. We are in fact probably full of fuel. The shop guys here are nice. They do provide us with a full tank of fuel. But I'm kind of wondering what else is broken in this thing. If the speedo's not working and the tack is just saying we're max revs all the time, what else isn't quite right with this? The PTOs seem to work for now, but I mean, I think it might only be a matter of time before I start hearing strange noises and something breaks. I mean, even that cracking is kind of worrying. The engine is under stress. I'm hoping that wasn't a valve trying to come loose. Or a piston. Or something. Just... this tractor worries me on so many different levels. Now, why do I keep going off to the left like that? That's interesting. This is very nearly done already. I do need to invest sometime soon in a chainsaw, and in fact, we got money on our side. I might start a forestry side business to complement the farm. I mean, there's lots of wood to be cut there. I'm sure there's somebody around here who wants a tree cut for them. What could I name it though? RainbowDave logging, I guess. And once the landy's out of the shop, that should be us good. Especially seeing as it's now getting fully restored up to its former prime, it should be perfect. Just a case of waiting for it to come out of the shop. What would we even need for a logging operation? I guess a chainsaw would definitely be something. Do I want to go full industrial size and get one of those forestry harvester things? I guess I couldn't go too far wrong if I did. Because I mean, they're all evergreens, and those machines tend to just chew through evergreens. I'll have a look for a budget one, I think. Wood chipper wouldn't be too far off as well for cutting down the small bits. May even take up on the biogas plant's offer of that biomass plant, or the biomass burner, whatever they called it. It's a wood burner under a different name. Yeah, they've offered me a wood burner. They've called it something fancy, biomass heating plant or some nonsense. And all I gotta do to it is dump wood chips in. It'll heat the farmhouse, which is quite large, and will actually... I don't know, they said something about... something weird about steam and... I don't know what they tried to explain. The gist of it from what they were saying is it can produce power as well. So they'll be paying me a bit of money. Where's the gate to this field? Did I miss the gate? I must have, but I can go up here. Must have missed the entrance to the field, because I can't imagine that being the actual entrance. Let's get this more unfolded as well. We can do a second field. We'll do this one from the drone view. Let's get the mowers down. And away we go. Does help, of course, if I remember to turn on the rear mower. That tends to be a great help when I'm mowing. Here we go. And a nice field full of canola there. This is just north of field 10. That is field 10 beside us up to the right, as you're looking at it from the drone. It looks like a nice canola crop actually. This is the first time I've seen it. That should be pretty good for money. This grass is dropping. This grass is actually growing quite well. Wow. This is a rather impressive crop we've got. And this of course is going to be hay for the animals we haven't bought yet, but we will be buying in the near future. Still need to make a couple more investments before we can actually drop the cash on the animals. And wow, this is going to be quite a lot of hay, I think. This is going to be an insane amount of hay. Wow. This is just dropping this is dropping full on windrows. I was not expecting this to happen at all. But okay, I guess. That is, yeah, that's quite a lot of grass for spoiler alert, an unfertilized field. I was testing something with seasons and it would appear to be the case. I have heard that this is the if the Realismus guys are watching, this is the old version of Seasons, not the one you guys put up yesterday. This is still the version from January 19th. I haven't installed the version you put up, I've seen it. Haven't installed it yet though, just because I'll need to use a sacrificial save game to test some stuff. With the new save mechanics and all that kind of gubbins. And to those of you who do use whip mods, out of character real quick, to those of you who do use work in progress mods a lot, always have a sacrificial save game and always have them installed on that. And always test them on that first. Because if something goes wrong, you're better off losing a save game you don't care about too much than, you know, your main save game or something. Better safe and losing something you... or corrupting a save game you don't particularly care about than losing, say, a Let's Play save. Or a save that you spent 100 hours in. Always have a test save. Nope. There you go. Let's lower the front more, get the rear more turned on and lowered. And away we go. So this is going to be the last field for the day. Should get both, I guess, halves of this done, because there is more field for your field here. There's a river running through it, but this is still the same field. This is all one meadow. And this is the most awkward part, is getting around that corner, which you did, and I survived. The deer didn't run into the water or anything, so everything is still dry, nothing will rust. And again, I think deers are mainly made of plastic, so they burn a bit easier. Ew. There we go. Let's get a... This is basically, this field is all going to be headlands, because it looks kind of like Monza, I've just realised. I don't know if the Black Sheep guys are racing fans, but this half of the field looks like Monza. The, what's the official name? Autodromo Internazionale di Monza. Also known as the home of the Italian Grand Prix, that racetrack in Italy. Very strong resemblance to the mid-1960s version of the track, before the chicanes came in. But I dare say that is all we have time for today. Be back next time, and hopefully we'll be doing some bailing, and hopefully you'll get a full bailing episode, because that will mean that all of the jobs have been done. I will leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on White Oak, no, not White Oak, Old Streams. Did legitimately forget the name of the map. On the Old Streams farm. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.